Good morning, everyone. Hope you all are fine at your home. So, in your science, the IA syllabus is two chapters are coming. First is chapter 4, States of Matter, and chapter 12, Soil Erosion and Conservation. In this video, we are going to discuss or we are going to do the revision of chapter 4, States of Matter. We have already seen that what are the substances made up of. So all the substances which we find around us, they are made up of very small particles or tiny particles which cannot be seen by our naked eyes, right? So such type of tiny particles of which the substances are made, they are called atoms or molecules. Now what is an atom? So an atom is the smallest particle of a substance which cannot be broken down by any chemical means which we cannot break it into more further pieces, right? Molecules, all the substances are made up of molecules, and a substance has one kind of molecule, right? Suppose if we consider here substance A, so here it is having this type of molecule, so all molecules are same type, one type. And if we talk about substance B, here also all molecules are of one type. But if we compare the two substances, then molecules of substance A will be different from substance B, right? Now next is the states of matter. We already know that all materials, they are classified under three categories or three states of matter are there, that is solid, liquid and gas. First of all, what is matter? So matter means anything that has mass and occupies, or that has weight and occupies space, are called matter, and the matter exists in three states: solid, liquid and gas. Why they exist in these three states? Because of the arrangement of the molecules. Means if the molecules are very tightly packed, then we call it as solid. If the molecules are loosely packed, we call it as liquid. And if the molecules are very loosely packed, then we call it as gas, right? Now we have also seen the difference between the three states of matter. In solid, the particles are tightly packed. There is no space between particles. They have strong force of attraction. They cannot move. They have definite shape and volume. And this is the arrangement of the molecules in which no space is there. They are tightly packed, right? Next is liquids. Particles are loosely packed. There is some space between the particles. They have weak force of attraction. They can move in one direction only, that is from higher level to lower level. And they have definite volume but indefinite shape. They take the shape of the container in which we put it. And this is the arrangement of the liquid particles. Gases, particles are very loosely packed. There is lot of space between the particles. They have least force of attraction. They can move in all direction, and they have neither definite volume nor definite shape. And this is the arrangement of the molecules or of the particles of gases, right? After this, the next topic is change of state. Now we already know that the states of matter can be changed from one to another, or they are interchangeable. And how we can do it? We can do it either on heating or on cooling. Now let us see what happens on heating and what happens on cooling. So on heating, what happens? The molecules move away from each other, right? And in this example, like when we heat solid, the particles, they start moving away from each other and they get converted into liquid state. If we heat the liquid state, then this will again move more far apart from each other and they will get converted into gaseous state. Now on cooling, what happens? The molecules move closer to each other on cooling. For example, like gases, the particles are very far away from each other. If you will cool gas, the particles will move closer to each other and they will get converted into liquid. Similarly, when you will cool the liquid, again the molecules will move more closer to each other and they will get converted into solid, right? And this is the example which is very simple one, which you can see where the state of matter is interchangeable. That is ice. On heating, it changes into water. again on heating it changes into water vapor or steam. If you will cool this water vapor, it changes into water again, and again if you will cool the water, it will change into ice, right? So this is the simple and the common example. Now here, conversion of states of matter. Here different processes, the name of the process is given. We already know that on the solids, on heating it changes into liquid. So the process by which the solid changes into liquid on heating is known as melting. The process in which the liquid changes into gaseous form on heating is known as evaporation. The process in which gas changes into liquid on cooling is called condensation. And the process in which the liquid changes into solid form on cooling is known as freezing. So these all are the names of the process. So you should know. Now types of changes. So there are four types of changes are there which we have discussed. The first is reversible and irreversible change, and the second we have seen the chemical and physical change, right? Now let us see what is reversible and irreversible change and what is the difference between them. So the change in which the substances can come back to its original state is known as reversible change, है ना, जिसमें जो सब्सटेंस है वो अपने पहले फॉर्म में वापस आ जाए, देन इट इज नोन एज रिवर्सिबल चेंज. एंड इन दिस नो न्यू सब्सटेंस इज फॉर्म्ड, राइट? फॉर एग्जाम्पल लाइक स्ट्रेचिंग ऑफ रबर बैंड. अगर हम रबर बैंड को स्ट्रेच करें एंड आफ्टर सम टाइम इफ आई लीव अगेन इट विल कम टू इट्स ओरिजिनल फॉर्म. मेल्टिंग ऑफ वैक्स, मेल्टिंग ऑफ आइस. So these all are the examples of reversible change. Next is irreversible change. The change in which the substance cannot come back to its original state. वापस नहीं आते, right? And here new substance is formed. अब वो ओरिजिनल फॉर्म में क्यों वापस नहीं आते? क्योंकि ऑलरेडी यहाँ पे न्यू सब्सटेंस बन जाता है विद न्यू प्रॉपर्टी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल लाइक बर्निंग वुड. व्हेन वी आर बर्निंग द वुड, ऐश इज प्रोड्यूस्ड. अब ऐश से हम फिर से वुड नहीं बना सकते, सो इट इज irreversible change. Similarly, milk to curd, cooking of food, etc. Right? Now, physical change and chemical change. Physical change means a change in which no new substance is formed. कोई भी new substance नहीं बनता, right? And it may or may not be reversed. ये हो सकता है कि reverse भी हो जाए या हो सकता है ये reverse ना हो, right? And property of the substance after the change remains the same. Before the change and after the change, the property remains the same. For example, like cutting of the wood. अगर आपने एक बड़ा सा वुड लिया, इसको आपने कट कर दिया पीसेस में, छोटे छोटे पीस में कर दिया, ठीक है? सो हियर द प्रॉपर्टी इज नॉट चेंजिंग. यहाँ पे भी वो वुड था, यहाँ पे भी वो वुड है, ओनली द अपीयरेंस हैज चेंज्ड, राइट? नाउ सिमिलरली टीयरिंग ऑफ पेपर, मेल्टिंग ऑफ आइस, मेल्टिंग ऑफ वैक्स, दीज ऑल आर द एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ फिजिकल चेंज. Chemical change means a change in which a new substance is formed and it cannot be reversed. अब एक new substance अगर बना है तो वो reverse नहीं हो पाएगा, right? So here the property of the substance changes. Means before the change and after the change, the property becomes different. For example, like cooking of food. एक बार अगर आपने फूड को कुक कर दिया तो जैसे वो पहले था वैसा वो नहीं रहेगा, न्यू चीज बन जाएगी, राइट? ब्लूमिंग ऑफ फ्लावर. अगर फ्लावर खिल गया है तो आप खिले हुए फूल को फिर से बर्ड में कन्वर्ट नहीं कर सकते. मिल्क टू कर्ड, corrosion, combustion. So these all are the various examples of chemical change. Now here we have seen two things, that is corrosion and combustion. So what do you mean by combustion? So see in your book it is written combustion means burning. अगर आप किसी भी चीज को बर्न करते हो दैट मीन्स कि यू आर डूइंग द कंबर्शन. कंबर्शन का मतलब होता है बर्न करना. सो व्हेन अ सब्सटेंस बर्न्स, अब वो जब बर्न होगा तो क्या होगा? इट विल फॉर्म स्मोक, गैसेस एंड ऐश. न्यू चीजें बन रही हैं और फिर से हम वापस उस सब्सटेंस में कन्वर्ट नहीं कर सकते. सो दीज सब्सटेंसेज आर डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द ओरिजिनल सब्सटेंसेज एंड एज अ रिजल्ट वी से दैट कंबर्शन इज अ केमिकल चेंज. नाउ कोरोजन. कोरोजन आपने देखा होगा, लोहे के जो सामान होते हैं उसके ऊपर जंक लग जाता है, कलर चेंज हो जाता है ना, फ्लेक से बढ़ने लग जाते हैं. दैट इज एक्चुअली कोरोजन. सो कोरोजन इज व्हाट? अ कोरोजन इज द अ कंडीशन ऑफ गेटिंग वर्न आउट और ईटन अवे स्लोली. धीरे धीरे वो खराब होते जाता है और ऊपर का लेयर निकलते जाता है, दैट इज नोन एज corrosion. We also call as iron rusting. And how it occurs? It occurs because of the presence of water and air. So these are the two things which is required for the corrosion to take place. अगर इनमें से कोई भी एक चीज मिसिंग होगी तो कोरोजन नहीं होता. ठीक है, तो अगर हम प्रिवेंट करना चाहें कोरोजन को तो क्या कर सकते हैं? वी कैन प्रिवेंट द आयरन ऑब्जेक्ट्स टू कम इन कॉन्टैक्ट विद दीज टू थिंग्स. अगर हम इनके कॉन्टैक्ट को आयरन के ऑब्जेक्ट से हटा दें, कॉन्टैक्ट में ना आने दें, तो आपका कोरोजन नहीं होगा. एंड हाउ यू कैन डू इट? वी कैन डू इट बाय पेंटिंग विद ऑयल पेंट्स, बाय ऑयलिंग, बाय पाउडर कोटिंग एंड ग्रीसिंग. So when we are painting it, oiling or powder coating is done, it forms a layer on the metal. सपोज अगर ये आयरन का ऑब्जेक्ट है और जब हम इसे कलर करते हैं या ऑयल करते हैं तो एक लेयर फॉर्म कर लेता है. इट फॉर्म्स अ लेयर ऑन द मेटल एंड प्रिवेंट्स द कॉन्टैक्ट ऑफ द मेटल विद द एयर एंड वाटर. सो एज अ रिजल्ट it does not come in contact with water and air, and this can be prevented in that. So this we have done the revision. Based on this you will get the worksheet. So once till page number 38, once go through and read the chapter carefully. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Take care.